What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We've just hit 20k subscribers, so thank you all so much. Let's get to 30k and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. Plenty of free crypto and goodies down there. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and the bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and this is probably because you haven't hit the bell icon. Thank you again for all your support. The algorithm is slamming a lot of content creators right now, so we really appreciate all your support. And we're so proud of the amazing community that we built, so make sure to jump into the Telegram and the free Discord. So just taking a look at Vechain here on our daily time frame, you can see it looks as though we still have lost that bull market support. You can see we have drawn in, this channel that we were trading in for a long time, and we were holding for Vechain for a good while, weren't we? But you can see for now at least we have lost that bull market support, looking as though, as we said before, we were coiling up really nicely, weren't we? Basically, one of my alerts there for trading, you can see here we were basically coiling up really nicely, weren't we? Essentially, you can see quite clearly here that we were basically moving in this really nice pennant formation where basically, we had that breakout, the back test, and it was looking really good, wasn't it? And then obviously we lost that bull market support, retested its resistance and then rolled, which is pretty much what happened for a lot of cryptos. But obviously with Vechain, because it's been underperforming recently, in our opinion at least, and by the expectations of many other people, that it does seem as though Vechain has been slammed down very heavily. You can see it was trading quite well actually, back up here, getting a bit of a rally up at around 18.6 cents back in November, and then obviously with the market rolling over and looking quite bearish, we just lost Fibonacci support after Fibonacci support all the way down. You can see support lost, support lost, retested as resistance, massive rollover, support lost all the way down to the 023 here. We get that relief rally, but we do get retest as resistance, trading down, and then we finally find support and get that relief off the bottom here at this level, which was at around 7.7 cents there. And you can see obviously we broke out of that channel as well, finally trading downwards inside this channel for a good while here really, and looking as though we did get a bit of a relief rally over the past few days, didn't we? You can see the breakout obviously stuck under this little resistance here. We finally got another breakout here, heading back up above 10 cents, which was quite good to see. But with the market having a sharp rollover last night, you can see obviously come back down to this previous area of consolidation here, this little bit of a range that we put in for Vechain. You can see on the hourly time frame we went from overbought to oversold incredibly quickly here, basically back down into this resistance, into this support and structural zone here, where we're basically just having a bit of a consolidate before we probably have another go at it, in our opinion. Bitcoin obviously had a little bit of a rollover with people getting overzealous about it, heading over 52k, and then the bears are like, okay, we'll come in and try and wreck everyone's day as usual. And it looks as though basically Bitcoin has just rolled over and dragged the market down a little bit over the past day or so. But you can see here Vechain, it's obviously trying to reverse the trend, isn't it? And as we said before, this big coily motion that we did actually outline, looking as though we, potentially we could be forming a wider pennant now. You can see the original pennant here with the breakout, the back test, but we actually came back inside the pennant and actually lost the bottom, didn't we? And now we've come back up, potentially back inside, inside some of these supports and resistances for this pennant, looking something like this. But realistically, what we could have done here, as we just said, is we could have just been coiling inside a wider pennant formation like this for that big move to the upside for Vechain in the future. Obviously Vechain has been underperforming for a long while, but we really do think it's a top quality crypto. Obviously real world adoption, an actual use case getting actually used in the real world. As we've said before, these kinds of fundamentals, obviously they're not always the trending thing in the market. Metaverse, gaming cryptos, all these kinds of things, node forks at the minute. These are the trends that we see in the market, where all the capital, just like the fast money, basically, it rotates in and out of these kinds of things. And Vechain, it's lost that interesting spark for a while, hasn't it? But the fundamentals remain that they are, this is one of the fundamentally strongest cryptos that we've found in the crypto space, if we're being honest, in terms of actual real world adoption outside of the crypto space. It's getting used by actual companies in the world, BMW, etc. And, even though it's not, the flashiest, most popping, most interesting thing at the minute, in our opinion, you know, this is a really top quality crypto, a blue chip, if you will. And it's probably going to do very well in the longer term, in our opinion, because of these fundamental reasons. Because, you know, there's a lot of cryptos where they're, you know, they're useful in the crypto space, but there's a lot of competition inside the crypto space itself. But Vechain has actually found itself a nice niche outside of the cryptocurrency space, obviously in the supply chain industry, using technology in the real world, solving real world problems. And these are the kinds of cryptos that will probably do very well in the long term, because they actually have a use outside of cryptocurrency itself. So we'll do short-term price predictions then, keep things nice and short and sweet. Obviously in the short term, as we said, things are very hard to predict, and Vechain has been underperforming in the short term, but we really do think that Vechain over the longer term is going to be incredible. And to be honest, we do think this is probably quite a good entry for the long term. Not financial advice, of course, but it's pretty obvious to us that Vechain is probably going to be over $1 to maybe $5 or $10 over the next 5 years, just because this is a great quality project and it is going to get used, and it is already getting used. So in our opinion, it's going to do very well, most likely. It's a very, very good bet in our opinion. Obviously, as we said, not financial advice, but we do really think that this is probably quite a safe bet in comparison to most cryptos, just because it has that actual real world adoption. It's probably going to be around in the long term. In comparison to a lot of the cryptos that we're seeing, they're probably going to go bye-bye. So short-term price predictions, as we said, if we roll here, obviously back down to around that 8-cent level, maybe down to the 0.23 if we get a significant roll in the market. Or we could just have a bit of a lesser roll to around 8.7 cents, retest this previous swing high, do something like this, and then bounce to the upside. And then, as we said, moving back up to the upside, we do want to see that 0.38 at around that 10-cent level being conquered. And then basically heading back up, we do still have that resistance of the pennant formation of the previous pennant that we want to see broken at around 10.5 cents, heading up towards that 0.5 Fibonacci extension at around 12 cents. And then beyond that, as we said before, in the longer term, we do think Vechain is going to do very, very well. And if it does start to get a pickup pretty soon, as we've always said, we do think 50 cents to $1 by the end of this bull run, very likely in our opinion. And maybe even beyond that if it does start to get some really bullish fundamental news. So I'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with 4 videos we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. There are 3 tiers giving you access to our private Discord. Crypto Supporter is available if you just want to help us out a small amount. Crypto Maximalist is our main tier, which gives you access to detailed daily technical analysis and signals, weekly and monthly coin calls, and insights into our personal moves, while Maximalist Gold takes it a step further, giving you an insight into our personal portfolio tracker, super low cap gem research, and a 100x portfolio we're constructing and updating, and access to us personally as a resource to discuss your portfolio via Messenger. Make sure to check it out. You can also sign up to our free Telegram and public Discord via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.